What's up, people? So the reason for me making this video, as you can see from the thumbnail and the title, is because I get asked my opinion a lot. And so this is just my opinion. You may have a difference in opinion, and I would love to hear it down in the comments. But I'm going to just tell you what mine are with both the SRT and now the Trackhawk on the top 5 modifications. And we're going to use the word modification loosely here because not many of my suggestions are going to be actual modifications, but top 5 modifications that I think you should get with an SRT or a Trackhawk to enhance it. One, to just make it a better vehicle and make it look better. All right, let's start with my number 1 pick. The catch can, the oil catch can. So much debate over the oil catch can. You can talk to your blue in the face. There are people on both sides of the fence. There are people who are adamantly against it for whatever reason, because you can tell I'm on the side that wants one and has one. And there are people like myself who tell you that's the first thing you should add. That's what I did. First thing I ever add with a high compression engine or a boosted application like the 6.2 is an oil catch can. Why? Why? Because it catches oil like it says it does. You hear me in there? Hello? Hello? Do you hear me? It catches oil because it's called an oil catch can. The SRT, the 392, tremendous amount of blow by. A boosted engine like this, or supercharged engines, blow by, blow by, blow by. Look at the picture. That was only after like 2 weeks. All right? I just put one on, decided to empty it out. It already has some of that gunk in there. Now, why is a catch can so important? That it doesn't come from the factory. Money. Money, money, money. Yes, they only cost $100, roughly $100. But the dealerships don't care. The fact that the manufacturers don't care about that extra $100 times thousands and thousands of vehicles. Not just the cost to manufacture and install it, but to train people on how to properly clean it. Yes, you've got to make a manual and section in your manual on how to properly check it. There has to be service bulletins on and tech training, and everyone has to know how to unscrew it, lefty loosey, righty tighty. It's actually backwards when you're looking at it, and how to dump it out. Yes, they have to train these people how to actually take it out and go, what do I do now? Step 2, dump it out. Oh shoot, yeah, simple, right? Okay, so they don't care about that. And what happens if you don't add one? Or let's go back to why the catch can originally, why it's not on your vehicle to begin with. Okay, so years ago, engines had drip lines. And you can know that that oil was dripping into ground soil, okay? And that's bad, very, very bad, okay? The oil's getting into the groundwater, and that's not a good idea. That's why they tell you don't dump oil and other crap down your regular drain and on the ground and just try to just get rid of it. It's a bad idea, okay? So the EPA mandated that all engines be closed, a closed system basically. And I'm going to have a link in the description of this video for you just on catch cans, okay? It's a Bible talking about the whole system basically. So they decided no more drip lines. Send that stuff right back in the intake to be burned off. Problem solved, right? Wrong. Manufacturers figured out, okay, closed system, big deal. We don't care. It could be burned off into the intake. But what they didn't realize, or if they did, they don't care, that over time, that oil being shot back in the intake and burned off is leaving a carbon deposit. It's leaving gunk. It's leaving crap. It's like not cleaning your toilet. It's leaving a pile of junk in there. And possibility of your PCM reading that as knock and pulling timing, okay? It's not a good idea. Putting anything in the intake other than air is not a good idea. So all you nitwits out there who are arguing about catch can, I'm not wasting $100. You just bought a $70,000 vehicle, or even more if you bought a Trackhawk and you're like, not spending another $100. Come on. That's the dumbest argument I've ever heard. That's like a guy that buys a high-performance vehicle like this and then decides he's going to put 87 octane in it when it's recommended 91 or above. Don't do it. Don't do it. Catch can, very, very important. It's my number one modification. The very first thing that I've ordered with my SRTs, the Trackhawk, very first thing that I put on here. I suggest it too. You can tell my opinion. I'm highly on one side. All right. So that's it. That's number one. Oh, and which one? I like Billet technology. There are many different brands. I'm personally a fan of Billet, and that's who I used. Okay. That's it. Moving on to number two. What do I think is the next modification or enhancement that you should be adding to your SRT, your Trackhawk? This is for any vehicle. Currently, I'm beta testing a liquid sprayable PPF. I wish I jumped on board with this early on with the SRT rather than wait a year and then get paint correction. Protect your investment. Protect your vehicle. Put traditional PPF on it, sprayable application like Autoflex Express or Autoflex High Gloss. Put it on your high impact areas, your bumper, your hood, the front, your quarter panels, okay? And your mirrors. Those are really good impact areas that you can cover up. PPF and a ceramic coating. Just try to protect that factory paint. Now, if you have the money and you don't care about painting your hood and bumper like I did every year, go ahead, do it. You could do that also. This is just a suggestion. My number two thing would be before you do anything else is get your vehicle protected. A traditional ceramic coating, and pick whichever one you like. I'm not going to sit here and argue 9H is better than C quartz. I don't care. Pick whichever one that you and your installer are happy with. I don't care. Protect your vehicle. Protect your paint. And also the interior. There are products like Chemical Guys, fabric. What's it actually called? I can't think of the name of it right now. It's a fabric protectors, waterproofer thingy spray that I sprayed all over. There's a video up. I sprayed it all over the rugs, the carpeting, even on the suede on the leather seats. In case you spill something, I don't care what it is, coffee, water, Red Bull, like in my case, which I already done, it'll beat up. You can hurry quickly dry it. It won't soak in, it won't stain, and it also keeps your fabric from fading in the sunlight, has UV protection. Another great thing to do, okay, that's all tied into number two, is protect your exterior and interior with the proper products, okay? Look into that. That's my number two. All right. Number three. Actually, this is how you say number three. Number three. Moving on. Lowering springs. I don't know why Jeep, they come with their ass end up in the back. Now, if you grew up in the 80s, if you're older like I am, that was a thing. That used to be a thing, jacking up the rear. Everybody had a Chevelle or a Nova or a Camaro RS or SS, the Chevelle SS, and everyone jacked up the rear. Front end down, rear sticking up in the air like, hey guys, I'm ready. What the hell? I don't like that look at all. It looks stupid. You can put your whole fist between the tire and the wheel well. Can't do that in the front. And it's also fun when you get a flat tire and you have a spare that doesn't fit on all four corners. So first, the number three thing, lowering springs. Personally, Eibach Pro for me. Why? Because that's all you need. You don't need to get an alignment kit. They're not going to destroy your shock absorbers. You're not even going to notice the difference in the ride quality. That's the beautiful thing. When I put them on my SRT, I went on the recommendation by a guy named Joe Solismo. You can hear me talk about him a lot because he's one of the guys in the SRT Trackhawk community and SRT community overall for Hellcats, Chargers, whatever, Challengers, that has been there helping people out. He's got a great shop. He's located in Florida. I went with his recommendation, and he was spot on. I did not notice a difference in drivability. It wasn't stiffer. It wasn't like, oh my God, this is freaking terrible. What the hell? It wasn't like Ace Ventura driving along, bouncing around. It was awesome. I love those springs, and they were aggressive enough for me. Leveled it out. I'll have to find some pictures. If I do, they'll be right here right now. If not, I'm pointing to thin air, and I look stupid doing this because in post, I'm supposed to be adding some pictures of what the SRT looked on Eibach springs. So, or I'm just sitting here looking like a jackass. All right, anyway, so Eibach Pro, you can get Swift, Mopar. There are really aggressive drops that they don't even make anymore, but I recommend the iBox Pro. You're not going to notice a difference in change. It's going to drop it down. It's going to look great. I do have a video of my old SRT driving away on the turnpike with its new owner, and let me just show you what that looked like right now. Okay, check this out. That's Andy in the ProCharge SRT. The stance looked great. Those wheels are 22-inch Avant-Garde M652s, if you're going to ask. All right, so that was our third one. Number 4, the wheels. 20-inch versus 22-inch. Me personally, 22-inch wheels fill that wheel well a lot better. Again, these aren't necessarily modifications that you need, but this is a personal choice. You know what? In 4 and 5, I should switch up. Let's go back. Let's save wheels for number 5. That'll be dead last. Let's move that out. Let's push it over there, people. Let's just wait. Exhaust. This SRT exhaust stock sounds terrible. I put a Borla Attack axle back on mine. Sounded great when you got on it. People knew you got on it, but it was nice enough that there was really no drone driving with it. It wasn't a bother. The new owner with the SRT that I had took out the suitcases. The thing sounds ridiculously mean. It's embarrassing to even start this Trackhawk near it right now because that thing sounds wicked, and everybody turns their head to look at it. Sounds badass. So there are many different exhausts to get. I'm not going to get into a debate. Corsa's better, Borla better. Pick whichever one that you listen to on the internet. I suggest using headphones. Go online, plug your headphones in. You'll get the best sound quality possible, and listen to exhaust notes. Choose whichever one you like. There is no best exhaust. It's what you decide is best hearing, okay? So just take that into consideration when you flood the forums and all the SRT pages. So I just bought a Jeep, or I just bought a Challenger. Which is the best exhaust? Listen to them, whichever ones you like. That's the best one. All right. Yeah, exhaust, definitely, because that's on my to-do list with the Trackhawk right now, because when I'm driving in track mode and it shifts, it sounds like a wet fart. Very embarrassing. This does not. Some people are like, it's awesome. That's cool. My opinion is it sucks. I don't like it. I want something else on here, like the GT House, or I don't know. Joe from Solis Racing Group has a huge selection, and I'm going to keep plugging him. No, I have no affiliation with him. I'm not getting paid. Great guy, and he hooked me up with my SRT. So, yeah, wet sounding fart from stock to get something nice. All right, and now let's get the wheels. That's my 5th one. Wheels. 22-inch wheels look so much better. And you're going to have people argue with you, yeah, but you're not going to be running as fast at the track. Dude, I'm still kicking ass in a supercharged vehicle. The ProCharger on 22-inch wheels with Lionheart LH5s that are ZR rated ran 117.96 miles per hour trap speed and 11.53. That was the fastest we ran with it. 3.2 on the EVIC, which is your 3.1 and some change, on 22-inch wheels. If I wanted that extra tenth, really, I mean, plus they're lighter. That's another thing that I keep hearing people say. 22-inch wheels, they're heavier than OEM. No, they're not. No, they're not. Do your research before you make them stupid statements. They're not. The best part about getting them from Solis Racing Group is he's got pictures of them sitting on scales. He's got a nice little FedEx scale that he weighs packages, and he has his wheels sitting on there. You can actually see how much they weigh compared to your OEM. All right, they're not heavier. Most of them are lighter, and 11.5 was awesome. I mean, it looks great. It ran great. I'm not there on welds trying to set records. If you are, then that's the direction you need to go with. If you want a smaller tire, if you think it looks better. Again, this is all personal opinion. Don't get upset at me because my opinion differs than yours. That's why we have these conversations. And this is for the people who are asking me what do I suggest? Okay, these are the top 5 things off the top of my head. I can keep going. You should have a dash cam. If you need a dash cam, blackview.com/shop. Use East Coast Jeep SRT 10, all lowercase, East Coast Jeep SRT 10 at blackview.com/shop at checkout, so you can get 10% off a dash cam. I have a dash cam from them, the 900S. They're 4K with a portable Wi-Fi, because at home it automatically connects to my home network. It's that strong. And I have the Bravo 124 Ultra battery underneath the seat for parking mode. As some others suggested, you can get I forget what they said, but there's a battery out there that you can get like a crazy amount of parking hours. I'll have to research it again. But that's what I have, my setup. I'm at work. I'm going to turn this on now. Might as well do it while you're sitting here talking about it. I'm going to let this power up, okay? And then I'll be connected. So if I'm in work and some jackass bangs into my vehicle or is trying to attempt to steal it, jack it up in any way, I'm going to get a push notification within seconds. I guess this would be number 6. Top 5. We're going to keep going, people. I'm going to get a notification. Then I can live view from my phone through the camera in real time and see what's going on. Is someone actually in my vehicle? Did somebody hit it? It's going to record the event in the cloud. So somebody can't just come in, rip my dash cam out and go, ha ha ha, they're not going to catch me. Wrong. It's going to pre-record up to 5 seconds before that incident happened and 5 seconds after, and it's going to immediately push it to the cloud. And you can change your settings for that. So that's technically number 6. Have a good dash cam. With all the nitwits on the road today, you know, you don't want to be involved in an accident. Some dickbag blows a stop sign and hits you and then tries to blame you, or whatever, because your state might be a fault state. You hear that? It's connected. Here in Pennsylvania is a choice no fault state. So insurance companies are kind of like, all right, we don't just submit the claim and we'll try to get your money back, whatever. Just have insurance. So dash cam. Next, on top of the dash cam, which really isn't a modification, but and with security, while I'm talking about, get a car lock. Check out car lock. Just Google car lock, all one word. Car lock. CARLOCK, one word. It's a little GPS/3G enabled device that plugs into your OBD2 port. Okay, talking about somebody bumping into your vehicle. If somebody bumps my vehicle and maybe my dash cam, the battery went dead, it'll have a vibration. I'll get a notice on my phone from that device because that's plugged into the car and it's always hot. If somebody moves my vehicle, tows it, tries to steal it, whatever, there's going to be a crazy loud alarm that's going to go off that I should do a demonstration eventually on my phone, and it's ridiculous. You're going to know, okay? And also, if you have kids or if you have family and you're crazy enough to allow them to drive your SRT or Trackhawk, the wives out there or fiancés that touch your vehicle, good luck. Anyway, but this also records acceleration, deceleration, like if there's an excessive amount of acceleration or deceleration, it'll record that. You can have alerts for that. It'll also keep a trip log. So you give the keys to your son and he's like, yeah, I'm just going to the store. And then you see him driving all over, picking up his friends. I mean, if he could disable the dash cam, but you can't pop that out because you'll know. And that's another thing. If it's pulled out, so a real savvy thief breaks in and first thing he goes is, let me check the OBD2 port, which probably no thief would ever do, but there's some idiot on the internet who's going to say, but what if they do? I'm going to answer that question. You're going to get a notification. It's going to give you an alarm. It's going to go crazy that somebody plucked it out. Satisfied? All right. That's all I got for you. Those are my preferences on quote-unquote modifications. Some of them really aren't modifications, but more like enhancements. And vinyl wraps, interior. This garbage gray plastic's got to go. I don't like it. On the SRT, I had it wrapped with a black brush metal look. Again, it's all opinion. You may like it. You may not. That's it. And you know what? Let's keep this going, this conversation going. Tell me below what your top 5 modifications are for any SRT. It doesn't have to be a Jeep. RT, ST, SRT, Trackhawk, whatever your vehicle is. What are your top 5? I got to get it done. These are the things I have to change with any brand new vehicle. What are the things that you do? comment below. I'd like to see what your answers are, especially the Jeep guys, because I might get some ideas. I always basically get ideas from you people out there to help better my vehicle, and that's how we do this whole big thing. I put these videos out, you guys interact, I get hints and tips from you, and then I share them. So let's keep the conversation going below. Also, hit that like button and that little tiny bell next to it. That helps me out greatly. I appreciate it. Down in the corner, if you will, right there, could you please subscribe? That would help me out. And last but not least, and most importantly, you guys and girls be safe. Sorry, I'm talking with my hands a lot today. I'm antsy. Got to get out and go to work. You guys and girls be safe. That's all I got for you. I'm out.